the Outlook Responsible Tourism Initiative will be a future forum workshop on responsible tourism initiatives and practices, focusing primarily on homestays in Tura, Meghalaya, by creating sustainable homestay and, at the same time, also preserving and celebrating biodiversity with and for the local and tourists alike, thereby offering job opportunities for the elderly, the women and the youth. At present, West Garo Hills has the maximum number of applicants in the whole state, numbering 362. This is indeed an overwhelming response from the people towards the developmental schemes being undertaken by the government, which are steps being undertaken for the betterment of our society, broadening the tourism spectrum in this part of the globe.
World Tourism Day is celebrated each year on 27th September to spread awareness about the importance of tourism and its impact on society. The theme for this year is Rethinking Tourism, and we are focusing on homestays. Homestays is an important concept and very relevant to the tourism industry, especially in a small state like Meghalaya, because it can be ventured into by all sections of society, and it has a minimum impact on the environment. The vision of these celebrations being held in the month of September, right before the various festivities, is to create awareness on responsible tourism after the pandemic. Meghalaya, besides being rich in culture, tradition, biodiversity, natural resources, and beautiful landscapes, Meghalayans may be one of the most hospitable people as well. On this occasion, we are also celebrating homestays. It may also be noted that the government of Meghalaya has rolled in subsidies for the homestay scheme under the Prime Minister's Employment Generation Program, providing an easy way for entrepreneurs to have easy access and repayment for credit from banks. And I hope that today's workshop will highly motivate and inspire you all to carry out responsible tourism in Garo Hills.
talking about responsible tourism, I know this is stating the obvious. आप लोगों को कुछ लोगों को तो already शायद पता है कि responsible tourism क्या है. It's not about rural, urban, adventure, wildlife, none of this. All of these forms of tourism in whatever form that they are, these are just labels. The idea is to ensure that we have these three pillars covered. I know that we say it sounds very academic, ऐसा लग रहा है स्कूल में 3 pillars बता रहे हैं, but these are really critical. Of course, you are in a biodiverse place where your environment is absolutely critical to who you are as a people. So we can't allow that to be harmed. That's number 1. Number 2 is social and cultural. You have a sense of pride as a community that I don't see in many cities in India. People don't have it. They have forgotten their own roots. They don't have a connection to their language, to their music, to their instruments, and that's not the case in Tura. You have a big heart. Yesterday, wherever we went, we saw something that was of this land, that belonged to the people of this land. So that needs to be protected, and that is your wealth. That is what, it's not that tourism is bad. This is what will bring you tourists. If I am coming from Delhi, I don't want to see another Delhi in Tura. मुझे नहीं देखना है, मुझे बैंगलोर नहीं देखना है Tura में मुझे Tura देखना है. मैं अगर सासातगृह जाऊंगी, सासातगृह देखना है, मुझे वहाँ पे दिल्ली नहीं देखना है, मुझे वहाँ पे पालक पनीर नहीं चाहिए. That's sort of the point I was trying to make. And today people are open to trying new things. You must at least nudge them to do that. And of course the economic benefits. If local stakeholders are not getting benefits, if they are not taking away a decent day's work, wage, then it will not work. This is your place. You need to share the benefits. You need to get the benefits, and that's that I know that there will be many experts today who will tell you how to make that happen.
I started my homestay just 4 years ago into July 2018. But having lived in Tura, come from Shillong 35 years ago, way back in 1987, my home in rented premises was a home to many acquaintances, friends, relatives. There were not many hotels in Tura then, except for the Circuit House. So with no space, sometimes we would be on the sitting room, sleeping on the ground. No charge, of course. Those, in fact, were the people in those days who always encouraged me to have a homestay. But living in rented premises with small children, it was not possible. Then in 2014, I moved to Burney Hills, and mother of 4, so I had to have ample rooms for my children. Now they are all adults. They have married, gone abroad for studies. There's nobody home except for my husband and me. So we decided to turn the rooms of our children into a homestay and accommodate guests. It is difficult to run a homestay because it's expensive to give amenities to people and all that. So recently somebody told me that DCIC and MRB and tourism, they are helping out homestays, and I have already got 2 installments. And since I already have the rooms and infrastructure, so the amount that I got greatly helped me in enhancing the facilities that I can give to the guests. As a beneficiary, I have been able to, like a magic wand, within these 4 weeks of me getting the installments, I have been able to just do whatever I had wanted, which I could not have done with my own resources. So it has been very helpful for me in this way. I feel so happy to say that most of the time, I am always full. I feel sad that I had certain days I have to tell my guests I have no more room. I don't have a special thing which is only meant for the guests, because the sitting rooms, the dining rooms, it is open to everybody. And just like Madam who enlightened us just now, it depends on us how we treat the people. They should want to come back. We talk to them, we like some guests, they get sick, and then so we go out of our way. Many times I have phoned Mr. Osman and said, do you have this medicine because this guest is not well? And we have to treat them like our own, so that they pass on the word and they say this is a good place for us to go, and it is good. It is a good feeling. Yes, we make the money, but it is a good feeling to do good to others, to be of service to others.
Meghalaya is mostly rural agrarian economy, so you all know that we don't have much industries and service sectors. So that paves a very good way to have an excellent model for rural tourism and ecotourism. I think not many places in India can provide that because of the rapid urbanization. So we have an opportunity here which we must take. Apart from this rural tourism and ecotourism, there is a lot of demand these days for trekking. So we invited, when in Williamnagar, we had invited the team of India Heights, and they came and they stayed there. In fact, our tourist officer from East Garo Hills, he accompanied them, and they were surprised that so much of hidden potential is there, and they had outlined a trek and they are going to come again, and of course we will take it forward and we will bring them here also in West Garo Hills and other parts of Garo Hills also. So great potential there as well. Homestays, as rightly pointed out in the presentation, now people do not really want to stay in hotels. When they are coming here, they want to understand the local culture, the food, the people, understanding the people, the cuisines and the dance forms and the various forms of other kind of cultural dimensions. So homestays are the best ways. So basically many a times we already have these. So homestays not necessarily mean that we are creating some additional infrastructure. You already have a home. You just need to make it open to people to come and experience that. So I am happy that we are already doing it, and we have many now, like Darmen from Sasad Grand and many others. So they already started and they are doing really well, and every week he keeps on sending me a message on WhatsApp. I have got this tourist now, they are here from here and there. So change has started for good, and I'm very happy, and we'll do everything possible from administration to support this homestay movement which has started. I'm happy to share that more than 300, as I'm told by the tourism department, more than 300 applications have been made under this PMEGP scheme for homestays, that is in West Garo Hills. So that's an astounding number, and we look forward in the next, I think this year end to maximum to be completed, and next year, so we'll have ample homestays in the, I think in 2023. What we have done in East and what we plan to do here is that to train our youth as tourist operators, as basically who can run tour agencies, because right now most of it is happening from outside. So we want to engage our youth, because I also want to point out that right now the biggest problem we are facing is unemployment, and tourism, responsible tourism. Rather, whenever we use tourism, we should use this word together, because now it's very important that we take care of the environment as well. So we want to solve this problem of unemployment, and responsible tourism is one of the ways which will provide a lot of livelihood to our people. So therefore, we are taking keen interest in promoting these homestays and to facilitate them, and also to do a little hand holding and to support them in whatever form they require.